Hey, this is Sasha. Thanks for joining me in today's video. Today I'm going to share with you the big thing to focus on if you want to jump from just a casual trader to a more consistent and professional trader. Stay tuned. I'll share with you some thoughts and insights in this video. All right, so a lot of people, as far as the people that I've coached over the years and we work together on, many of the things I focus on at the beginning is strategies, because that's where a lot of people are starting from. Just like if you're looking to play soccer, tennis, basketball, you need to start with the basics, fundamentals. You need to understand how to create and place a strategy together to see if that strategy even works and to see if it makes sense for you. So you're trying to match those things up. Now, once you understand how that strategy works, I'd say that's a small part of the journey. The majority of that journey, actually, and the majority of the focus to getting that consistency is something else. So ultimately, the beginning part is just understanding the strategy, making sure your strategy works, making sure that it fits the bill. But after that, as far as if you already know your strategy kind of works and you've done it and you've paper traded it, now when you go into live trading and now things aren't working out, there's a huge gap and there's a big problem. And that problem typically is mental. And that's usually what people struggle with. So in this video, what we're focusing on is really the jump from just regular trading to consistency trading. And to be able to get that consistency, a lot of the focus is going to be the mental aspect. So if you go in and you look at what people focus on, so if I look at just most people's general focus, so I would say the majority of people focus on, let's say, strategies. So if they look at their strategies, that's kind of their core focus. And then part of that, this little bit of it, is going to be their, I'm just going to put an M there, their mindset. This is their mindset, their own personal fears, their own personal drama, and their own personal inner self. So you kind of notice this a lot with just people who are trading, as far as they're trying to go ahead and always focus on the strategy, when in fact the problem is something they're not even focusing on or they're not even used to, and it's the mindset. Now, when you look at more of a professional grade trader or a trader that's actually even consistent, one of the big ways to get there is to reverse that focus and to really hone in and do the mindset. The mindset is much more critical and important than the strategy, okay? Because as long as your strategy is somewhat sound, if you have the mindset behind it, that allows you to kind of keep consistent. So think of it like this, like why is it that a tennis player, and you go in and you go and play tennis, why is it that a tennis player can consistently hit the ball? Time after time. And there's some famous rallies out there in history that last 30, 40 minutes long, where that ball just has not hit the ground. The ball has not stopped, and they just continue rallying back and forth and back and forth. And it's because of the mindset. Imagine, they get freaked out. Oh my goodness, we're 5 minutes in, as the rally is so long, and then somebody chokes, and all of a sudden that rally is done and over with. Eventually, maybe your muscles fatigue and so on, but really the core and the focus is, hey, you've already got the stroke. The stroke is there, but a lot of that is the mindset. Now, sometimes, of course, there's some skill involved depending on how you hit the ball and all that. Yes, there's skill. That's why they're professionals. But in part, it is mindset. Because if you all of a sudden start giggling when the rally lasts too long, or you start getting euphoric when the trade is going really good, or you start panicking when the trade is going against you, you start freaking out. And then what do you know? That trade goes back in the direction you actually thought it would or anticipate it would. And a lot of that is mindset. So when you look at the consistency part, if you've ever had these things happen to you, where maybe a trade, you put on the trade, it starts going against you, you get out of it, and then boom, it flips around and goes the other way and it goes in your favor. And now you start getting emotional about it. You get angry about it. That's not a good, healthy state of mind. that's where you need to focus on the mindset. The same thing when you're focused in on, hey, I need that tick to go up, or I need that tick to go down, or maybe it'll just reverse tomorrow. If you've got those kinds of things, then again, you're overthinking it. You're overdoing it to the point where your mindset is still an issue and a problem. I think in general, most strategies will work for people. There's not a whole ton of strategies out there that you got to master like 55 strategies. No, if you just have a couple of strategies, just to find a small edge, you should be fine. But a lot of people, even when they have the strategy, the things that we focus on, when we look at things like different chart patterns here, for example, breakouts and those kinds of things, or when we go in and look at option trading like iron condors and butterflies and let's say calendars, diagonals, and those kinds of things. So as I look into those, we take them to a whole new level when I do coaching and mentoring and when we go into the courses. But when we look at it from a basic level, if you just set up something simple, that can work still just as well. But it's the mindset that you have to focus on. So if you're ever panicked, worried about a trade, creating losers that are bigger and bigger and cycle out of control, a lot of that issue is the mindsets. Not taking profits into strength, yeah, probably you're greedy. It's the mindsets. So it's fine here and there at times to try and milk the trade or make the most out of it. But I'm just saying that the main focus, if you're trying to jump from, hey, oh, that trade's successful, that trade's not, that trade's successful, that trade's not, and you're just constantly hopping around on this emotional roller coaster, a lot of the issues are going to be, and the problems are really the mindset and the inner game. And unfortunately, that's not what many people focus on. Most people want to focus on, give me the strategy, give me the thing. What do I need to day trade? What do I need to swing trade? What option trade should I pull it on? Can you create a membership website that tells me exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it? Even if we did that, the issue is you might not even be able to execute it properly. And that's the issue with a lot of the membership websites out there. That's why the membership site that I have is all educational based. Has nothing to do with signals or anything, because most people, even if they go on a membership site, why do you think so many people fail on the membership sites? It's because you don't have the right mindset to execute the trades the same way that maybe the person holding the membership website has. So the point is that you just can't execute because you don't have the capabilities mentally yet, psychologically. And that's the difficult part. And some of this can kind of go away from just having the skill, but ultimately you've got to work more on the mindsets. So anyways, this is a lot of the things that we do in coaching. As far as the next level up, a lot of the things that I deal with in coaching are also just simple strategy stuff. But eventually, as you get deep enough, this is usually where things stem from, going from just understanding the basic trades to really honing in and being much more consistent. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. Maybe it'll give you some spur of energy and insight to go ahead and work a little more on mindsets, your own self, your personal self, and start evaluating how is it that you are feeling as you put on trades, and start digesting these kinds of movements, how you are emotionally, because it'll give you a better read on how you're behaving as the market progresses and moves around. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Enjoy the week ahead, and I will see you next time.